for the question of conformity and unique innovative interest among African youth. I think for Africans in diaspora, it's not the same. I wouldn't call it conformity, but what we first have to observe our surroundings before examining whether voicing a different opinion or view would be to our best interest. And in terms of what factors influence this trend about how young professionals think about space, I think one of the determining factors is the entry point that we have to enter the field, whether it be looking at the stars with friends or reading academic papers or building embedded systems or studying history or the history of space in your country. The pathway shapes the way that we see what space could mean to each and every one of us. And I think that's a very, very important thing, how we enter the sector. And another factor that I think influences the trend is having examples to reference. So people to model. Global figures like Siabule Souza from South Africa or Dr. Funke Abimbola from Nigeria, they show what's possible and challenge that idea of conformity in the wider perspective. As for the African space policy and strategy, I think it prioritizes the use of space for societal benefits, which aligns well with the continent's immediate needs. This focus ensures that space programs are not merely for prestige, but for solving problems like agriculture, disaster management. And this coordinated approach ensures that African nations with limited resources can share infrastructure, expertise, data. But I think in order to sustain the goal, consistency needs to be at the forefront of everyone's mind. I think where institutional support is weak, young professionals might conform to a safer or established career paths over seemingly exploratory ones like space. So we have to continue to show how contributions in this field is already benefiting people right now, whether they know it or not. I think the use of space as a part of basic infrastructure already that most people still can't wrap their heads around. So when it comes to cross-border innovation that the African Space Agency is trying to achieve, young professionals in the sector are critical to bridging the gaps between institutional policies and the grassroots implementations of these policies. So startups and smaller initiatives can then develop more cost-effective solutions that are tailored to African realities and then complement the larger frameworks with agility and creativity.